All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So happy to see y'all here today. It is January 18th, Wednesday, 2023, and market's kind of choppy looking today. Haven't really taken too much of a look at it so far, but we did have a substantial amount of economic reports coming out today. You can see at 5:30 this morning, we had 3 of them drop. We have retail sales, which were down 1.1%. We had the retail sales X motor vehicles, and it was also down 1.1%. So the actual being down from the forecast as well as from the previous. Let's see what else we had. We had the producer price index, financial demand or final demand. Sorry, that was down 0.5%. And let's see, 6:15 we had the industrial productions, which was up 7.8%. We're at 7.8%, I should say. And the forecast was 7.9%. Let's see, right at the open, we had the St. Louis Fed President James Bullard interviewed by the Wall Street Journal. So it was right at the market open. And at 7 o'clock, we had the NAHB. It's kind of a hard acronym to say. Home Builder Index, which was showing 35 instead of 30 on the actual over the median forecast. I don't actually know what this one means. Let's take a look. Imagine this is like housing starts and stuff like that. U.S. builder confidence bounces back, breaking a 12-month losing streak. Because I know that the home builder thing has been a big issue. The home builder confidence index rose to 35, so it's apparently an index based on confidence. So it's really just an index based on people's feelings. So with this feeling index, it went up. So that's what's up with this. And then let's see what else we got. We also had business inventories, which is a revision from November, and that was at 0.4%, which was right along where the forecast was. Coming up in the day at 11 o'clock Pacific, we've got Beige Book, which I also have no idea what that is. And then at 3:15, so what is that, 12:15 our time here in Pacific, we've got the Philly Fed President Patrick Harker. He speaks on the economic outlook. So this likely will be a volatile moment. And then at 2 p.m., which is after market close, and actually during the hour that futures is closed as well, we got the Dallas Fed President Lori Logan speaking. So this may affect some volatility at 3 p.m. Pacific, so 6 p.m. Eastern, because that would be when the futures market would reopen for the following day. So Thursday's market opens today at 3. So this will affect that. So we'll likely see some volatility in the afternoon based off of this here. So let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Take a look at what's going on in the market. So right off the bat, I can see that we are trending up from yesterday. So yesterday, 4,000 and 4,010 area. 4,010 especially was like our area of support and resistance. Let's go back to 5 days. We're getting a bit of a drop off here in the last. This is about 7:30, so right around the time the stream started, we've pretty much been dropping down, running along the 200 simple moving average on the 5-minute chart. This was yesterday here. You can see that this is actually today. That was our 5:30 marker today. I want to adjust my view up. This was yesterday here, where we had this peak right here. And you can actually see that we pretty much came down from a peak outside of this sort of rogue candle here. We almost formed like an ABCD pattern, sort of like an A right here, and then the B, and then this kind of being the C, and that's the D, and then we're riding downward off now of that. So you can see that we had a lot of support in this area right around where that 200 simple is, but it's really off of 4,000. And off of like 4,010. We're kind of dropping right now to the lower band of the volume weighted average price. So we may actually see some opportunities for some longs here. This area at the lower band of the VWAP usually acts as a really strong support zone. So we may look for some potential moves off of that. Let's jump out to the 3-minute chart, which we can see is seeing significant momentum to the downside. As evidence on the TTM there, you can see we went from our first red candle was 0.5, then to 3.0, then 4.4, and then 7.2. So we do have significant momentum to the downside on right now the 3 and the 5. We're getting a very large sell-off in the market. And just even from 2 minutes ago, not even that, I was talking, we were up at 4,010. We're all the way down at 4,007. So like I said, we may look for some bounces off of this VWAP here down at the lower band. What we're going to do is we're going to wait for sort of like a red yellow, kind of like what we saw right here. But I'm going to look for some leveling off on the TTM and see if that can give us some sort of indication as to when we're going to begin to see some turnaround. Now, a couple things to note. 9 and 12 are in bearish. The 5,200 is in bearish. And the 35 and the 26 are right along each other. So, and here's already that very beginning of that, what I was talking about, where the TTM is kind of graduating off. And we're looking for bounces here off the lower band of the VWAP. So let's take a look at the TTM. Went from 6.5 to 6.8 to 7.7 to 8.3, and now we're riding around 8.3. As you can see, we're kind of in between the red and the yellow chili pepper. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna look for an entry off of 4,010 to see if we can get that. We're kind of popping up now. I wanted to take advantage of this sooner, but I also wanted to explain my positioning and my reasoning behind what I was doing and what I was thinking. So we kind of already missed that move. We're gonna have to see if we get a pullback now. 8.3 to 7.8. This is actually looking relatively decent for a nice bounce. We got the entry at 4,009 and a half. So pretty steep fall on that one. 8.3, or sorry, this ended 8.0. Now we're at 8.1. So I was looking to get out at our exit is at just below 11, 4,011, and we got a decent entry at 4,009 and a half. Although it is dropping pretty substantially, pretty quickly. I'm just gonna jump to our evaluation side here, and it looks like our TTM didn't show up. Neither did our volume chart. So what's going on with that? I'm gonna take this off my screen and I'm gonna log out and log back in. Seems like I have kind of a slow connection today. I'll get my charts back up here in a second. Trading base going super slow today. I don't know about trading in the evaluation today because it's like kind of having some issues with the trading base software. Okay, well, I don't know what's up with the trading base software. Seems delayed. 8.7 to 8.2 pulling in. Kind of right at the risk level on this trade here. Down 350 on it. This is our first trade of the day. Really was just kind of looking to take a bounce off of this. I don't know why my indicators are not showing up. It's really annoying. I may have to re-add them. I don't love adding indicators on this. It's kind of challenging. It's only challenging because I don't remember a lot of the names of them. Shaken money flow, use a movement. Money flow index. Oh, where are my... They're just gone. Wow, okay. No wonder they're not there. I gotta cut this trade. Drop below the VWAP there, the lower band. No. Yeah, we'll cut it. We'll have to work our way back from that. I'm trying to do too many things at once. Why is it not finding anything? I still have VWAP, okay. Legit, my indicators are just gone. Oh. Well, that is going to affect my trading to a degree. Of course, this thing will pop back up. We're getting a lot of chop in the market, but that's was one of the first things I said when we got here. Join the vid here. Look for a move up to the 9 moving average. I would like to be able to trade my eval, but I would also like to have my indicators back. There's this shaken money flow thing. I don't know how to do. Don't know how to use that though. Why are there not? I don't get this. Why are there not community indicators? Like I can't look any of them up. That's weird, dude. What's going on, Tiny? Good to see you. No worries. Yeah, it's all good. For whatever reason, Tiny, my indicators are gone in my evaluation. My TCM and my Bulls Bears are just missing, and I can't seem to search any community indicators, which is what I would use in order to find those. We are down in our paper account 8.1, 8.0, 8. Yeah, just kind of gonna cut that down 1700. Really only taking two trades, two really big losing trades. That it's just continuing to fall, and it's not really bouncing much off the lower band there. I don't know why, guys, that I can't seem to get my indicators back on TradeAvade's side, but I don't really want to trade without like my Bulls Bears volume chart and stuff like that. I could add volume, but it's not the same. I really want to see the price action. Like I want to see like what's the difference between buyers and sellers right now. But when I go to explore community indicators, it's not pulling anything up, which is just weird. No, it's very frustrating. Yeah, it may be the case. Might drop a queue in their group. In the meantime, let's just focus on paper trading. We can do our evaluation later. So in the meantime, we'll just focus on paper trading and try and find. I think we need to see a trend of the 3-minute reversal before we actually take any trades. I could try to take some shorts, but it's already too extended to the downside in order to take shorts, and it could take longs, but it's also we don't have a trend reversal inbound yet, and so we've actually dropped below 4,000. And because that's the case, I think that we'll find support here, but because that's the case, I don't really want to take any trades until we see a trend reversal happen on a longer term chart, not on the 1 minute, because the 1 minute's been chopping out in between red and yellow chili peppers on the TTM. So we've got let's see, 12.8 down to 14.9 to 15.8. So we are beginning to see some bounce, and that bounce is happening at 4,000. which is what our good friend Pond was talking about yesterday, was a lot of support down there at 4,000. Maybe I'll try to go long off 4,002. I don't know if it'll drop back down that low. We are getting a move up to 4,003 area. Yeah, it's not going to drop down that far. We can try for 4,003. Ended at 4,003 and a quarter. I'm looking for a move up to 404.50. And I think we have move up room up here to 5. And now we're getting that drop down that I was looking for. But really, I'm looking for this to switch. You can see the leveling off happening. 14.9 to 15.6. Our next 3-minute candle is going to be right at the top of the hour at 8, which is just in about 1 minute. So we have a little bit of a hole to dig ourselves out of. Just not too big of a deal, all things considered. Considering that we were messing with other stuff. Your Thinkorswim just went down? Crazy. Yeah, it does seem like they don't want us in the market today. I went into the Discord community as well. A bunch of other people are having problems with different trading softwares all at the same time. It's kind of weird. Several trading softwares all having issues at the exact same time. It's really odd. Okay, so here's our new candle. We went from 15.5 was the close of that other one to 15.9. So still some downward momentum, but not much. It does look like we have the opportunity now to like begin to switch around, because we are seeing some of that begin to turn around. I don't know. I just don't want to trade my evaluation without my indicators. Like, I think I'm going to close it just to prevent myself from doing it. I could trade chart alone, but I want the bulls, bears, and stuff like that. I use that stuff in order to be more accurate. So I think I'm just going to close it down and prevent myself from screwing myself. All right, finally getting a red yellow on the 3-minute chart. So we do have a potential for a nice rip inbound. I'm going to look for an entry off of 4,005 area in at 404.75, and I'm looking for a move now up to 407.75, which is going to be right here at the 3-minute 9 EMA. It's kind of a bigger swing, but I think that we're okay in regards to that. If I switch back to the 1-minute chart, you can see that we actually have a possible crossover inbound of the 1226. We are on a pullback off of this little run here that we just had. TTM stacking up nicely on the 1-minute chart and beginning to stack on the 3-minute chart. So this does have pretty decent opportunity. And if you look at the 35, it is diverging pretty well off the 26. You can see right there, there's a pretty good amount of space between these two. 4,009 and the 26 is at 4,007. So there's like a $2 gap between the 35 and the 26. This gives us good indication that we will see some bullish momentum here shortly. Now, obviously, nothing is guaranteed, and don't ever expect that anything will be guaranteed. If anybody's ever telling you is the ultimate indicator, you know, the one and only indicator you'll ever need, or anything like that, guaranteed to make profit, anything, run away. Don't buy it. Just know that there's no indicator that's 100%. Even including indicators made by people who have been trading for 30, 40, 50 years. So 3.8 to 3.0 to 2.6. I like the way I said that. I said 2.0, 3.0, whatever. 3.0 to 2.5. So I think this is a 3-minute pullback, which means our next candle, or possibly even this one, will pop up, or I believe it will anyway. Should is the word that I was looking for. Do have a bit of a hole, like I said, to bring ourselves out of. Still down 1,700 on the day, which is what we were down off of 2 trades. But I do think that we have really good opportunity to turn this around. 3.0 to 2.4, still new candle inbound here. Went from 2.5 basically to 2.1. Now this should have popped up on that particular candle there, but because we didn't get the 9 crossing above the 12 like on this last one here, this gives me less confidence, just because we're going from 2.5 to now 2.2. So we're almost seeing some gradualing off, sort of a leveling off in the TTM on the opposite side. Probably better I'm not trading my evaluation today. So afraid of Fofu? What's Fofu? Fofu? Fofu. What is Fofu? Alright. This breakout did not happen. Coming up down to hit 4,000 again. Could you imagine if we just like go in a free fall right now? See, if I was trading my eval, I'd be looking at these like bulls bears things. I'd be looking at the amount of buyers versus sellers. And so this really gives me a really strong indication of which direction things are going. You can see where this one was like half and half. You can see it's like, okay, it's starting to decline. And then this one was just all sellers. So it's really helpful in that regard to be able to see, like, you know, how much of this is coming through as sells, how much is coming through as buys, and being able to adjust based off of that. Falling below, dropping all the way down to 39.95. That is a pretty hefty drop there, making new lows on the day. And let's take a look. I want to take a look at the whole month. So for the last 20 days, our low, when was this? December 28th. So right for the end of the year, we were hitting like 37.88. I see. I took my charts away just for a second because they got a message. Not currently in a trade at the moment. I don't really know how well this 4,000 area of support is going to hold, because we are continuing to break down. And you can see the the bands of the view app are, I'm sure you can't see my screen right now, but the bands of the view app are actually diverging. So we've got the upper band pointing up and the lower band pointing down. That gives us even more indication of downward momentum. Seeing a quick short here could just be a mistake. Oh, I'm not trying to go for that big of a short. Okay, so we did get a little micro short there. Yeah, no worries. By the way, guys, y'all chilling, y'all hanging out. It's kind of a weird day. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. It is a little bit of a weird day today. Had an issue with one of my softwares, and they're telling me to like try something with it, see if it'll work. I'm having an issue with my evaluation software, and just on top of that, we're getting like market free fall right now. And the reports that came out really weren't even like that bad. So I don't know what was up with that. A little bounce off of the lows here. We're down like 2,500 on the day. Crypto's dropping as well. I'm on like too big of a bracket here. Just gonna work on scalping. See, I'm getting like really long delays here on Tradeovate. Okay, so we hit a new low here at 39.90 and continuing to drop. Getting a little bounce back right now. 5.19 to 5.57, just 6.15 on the TTM. So continuing to make lows, continuing to drop below that band. When it's hitting this low, like I don't want to take longs. Just in case it continues to drop and free fall. And I don't want to take shorts just in case it bounces back off the low. So kind of in that point right now where it's just like wait and see. When it's dropping this much, there's just no edge in terms of like figuring out which direction it's going to go. Obviously, we're bearish, but But that doesn't necessarily mean that we're just going to have, market free fall all day, or even for the time of your trade. Was it 8:15 almost? Tried to get in off 93, but it kind of just blew right past. Okay, well, filled me at 93 and a quarter on the way down after it rejected off the 9. I was essentially trying to take that trade that did reject off 9. So basically, I was trying to get in at 93 for it to run up and hit the 9 EMA and bounce back down. So did what I intended it to do, just not, I didn't get the entry for it. But it worked out anyway, it came back up. 6.0 to 6.0, so it's basically flat here on the TTM. You may see some move up back towards the upper band of the view, or the lower band really, of the view app. A lot of downward pressure. Not surprised, honestly, at how intense that downward pressure is. Taking a trade up long off of 93.75. I'm looking for just to pop back up over 94. Got that. Still have a long way to come back from. Pulling back off the 9 again, and pushing back down towards the lows. We could make a new low here. We didn't, but we did double bottom. There's that new low. It's about to mark it too. I'm gonna mark it anyway, just to indicate that that was one of the lows there. And you can see we're coming back up to it, which is right at 39.90. So this dropped slightly below 90, but this could be our low of the day. 6.1 to 6.9 to 7.3 on the TTM red side. So we still got red chili peppers happening. We need more yellows, more yellow chilies. Down 2,100 on the day, but we have made some of it back. I'm gonna open my office door. It's just getting too hot in here. It's kind of cold in my house this morning for whatever reason. If I close the door in my office, it gets hotter than any room in the house by like a lot. So came down here, I was kind of cold, closed the door, now I'm hot. So how's everyone else doing today? I mean, it's kind of a funky day. Definitely have a lot of bearish movement. We did have a lot of reports come out today. And on top of that, we do have some Fed speeches happening today as well. So definitely a lot of like uncertainty in the market today. And that's being very evidenced by the movement. But I wonder, so we do have some Fed speeches happening. So like if they push these prices down, right? If they push all this down, And then that gives them an opportunity to buy along the bottom, buy at the lower prices. And then when the Fed speeches happen this afternoon, there's a high likelihood that a lot of the market will be ripping upward. And like in the middle of the speeches. And so while that's happening, people have already positioned themselves, below 4,000 or below in these sort of like lower price areas, then that gives them an opportunity to ride that up. So that could be the play here as to what's going down with this. We did hit another new low on the current candle, which is actually a green candle. Low at 89 and a quarter. So I think that we're pretty okay off of 39.90. I mean, you can see that we've come down. We've wicked below it, but right there at 39.90, it's been kind of holding pretty well. 7.4 to 7.3 on TTM. I'm gonna put this at 5 ticks, just a little bit higher, and take an entry here off of 90 and a half if I can get it. Sorry, 89 and a half is where I'm trying to get. All right, there's the entry off 89 and a half, and our low is 89 and a quarter. Now we're dropping below that low though, so we'll see how long this, if that kind of holds there or not. I'm looking for a pop up to just over 90. We are making new lows again. Yeah, I don't want to try for a 9 EMA because you can see we already hit that 3 times here. So I think we're a little too far away from the 9 EMA in order to actually hit that really easily. But it's kind of rare for us to just keep making a new low on every single candle, which is what we're seeing right now, but it's not. I just don't think that's going to continue. 7.4 to 7.47 to 7.46, so basically flat, to 7.3, so pretty much also flat on the TTM, and now we're dropping. Kind of at that resistance or risk level, I meant to say, not resistance. Probably gonna cut this. It's a lot of sell-off. Wow. It just keeps dropping. I'm going to cut this, but down 3,000 on the day. Holy moly. I think I'm probably pretty grateful I'm not trading in my evaluation today. Honestly. To be fair, I mean, I'm just not. Number one, I'm not trading well. Number two, it's where's the bottom, it just keeps dropping. And it's one of those things, if you try and short into that bottom, there's a high probability of that being the actual bottom. You just shorted at the lowest possible price, and that's not what you want. That's where you want to be buying, not selling. But at the same time, that's always the question, where is the actual bottom? We do have a couple people chilling, hanging out. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, guys. It really does help the community grow. And we have grown about 10 new subscribers this week. So I'm really grateful for you guys for that. Gonna jump back into the charts. We're just seeing this sort of endless free fall right now. We're down 3,000 on the day, but I'm not that worried about it because, honestly, look at this day, dude. I guess I should have just been shorting, but it's I don't know, man. Like I already explained, when you're shorting and it's already at the low, that's risky business. It's kind of like buying at the top. Just shorting at the bottom, it's the same thing. You're basically buying at the top, shorting at the bottom. same no matter what. I imagine a lot of people are buying this stuff up, like these what they think may be the bottom. But it seems to me as if a lot of this price action is running downward, and then in the I think around 3 o'clock, after we've had the Fed speeches, around 3 o'clock Pacific, so 6 Eastern, we may see some like really fire upward momentum. We've had lows on now on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles in a row, making new lows. Very weird market today. Like I said, though, I think that a lot of this price is being driven down in anticipation for the Fed speeches, which I think will drive the price up. Just a guess, though. But there's just very little edge today. For me, anyway. Apologies for the phone call. Spam calls, you know? Finally getting one of the first bounces off the low for a while. Like, in a while, I should say. A little bit here. This is looking for a move back up towards the 9. We've been hitting lows now for like 5 minutes straight. So I think it's probably a good thing that I'm not necessarily trading in the evaluation today. I think that can actually be a benefit at the moment, considering that they're having like a software issue right now. But considering the market movement on the day, it may actually be a better situation. We did get that trade that we just took. So I was expecting a move up to the 9 EMA, and then we may get another rejection off of the 9. You can see it's done it several times, like right here. It's a moves up to the 9 EMA, then rejected off of it, then went down further. Same thing happened up here. It's looking like it actually hit the low. Let's see, 7.9, 7.5. 6.5. Yeah, this is actually getting some momentum now. I was gonna say look for an entry off at 86, but just it was so fast. New candle now. Possible crossover inbound. That's what we had up here. So I'm definitely not going to trust it, not for the movements that we just made, like that the market just had. Pulling all the way up to 89. We may have some resistance there at 90. I'm still trying to see if I can get in at 86. Just going to cut and let's see, look for another entry. 7.9 to 7.5 to 6.5 on the TTM yellow. Now looking for an entry off at 88. At the entry at 88, I'm looking to get out at 89 and a quarter. We did have 4 greens in a row, which is what we had earlier before we had another major drop. So this could be the same situation here. Momentum from 6.5 to 5.5 to 4.8. 27. Yeah, so if this one doesn't, there's 86. So we'd be looking for a move to just back towards the lower band of the volume weighted average price. But I'm gonna cut this one because I'm actually seeing the lower band is still not like flattening out. It's still pointing to the downside. And so that may continue to show downward pressure. Let's take a look at these last few candles. Volume is 4,600, 4,800, 9,200, then 3,390, then 34, and now we're currently on a lower candle here. I'm gonna cut this because I'm seeing the volume is beginning to kind of like degrade a little bit. TTM looking like 5.5 to 5.0 to 4.3. Again, I'm not really worried about the money on the day. It's not a big deal. I'm more focused on trying to like find our edge in trading today. Edge of a cliff. Yeah, probably not wrong. By the way, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. But also, guys, if you guys are looking to earn funding in the futures market, there's a couple options you guys can do. There's a link trader funding. These guys have probably the best customer service in the industry. Like from what I've seen, these guys, I've been using these guys for a few months now. And anytime I have any sort of issue at all, they respond quickly. They always resolve the issue right away. So I really love that. You can actually earn funding as low as $10K and as high as $300,000. If you use the link in the description, there's a couple different options actually. There's the one-step evaluation, which I'm working on the 50K of that. And then there is the static evaluation, which I'm also working on the 100K there. And then there is the end of the day drawdown that you'll find at most traditional prop firms, and the fast tracks, which is sort of its own classification of evaluation style. But if you use the link in the description, the promo code JSBEST, you'll actually lock in a lifetime discount. Now, with all that said, there is also another link that I can drop for you guys to let me see here. Too many windows. Let me go ahead and grab a different link for you guys. Copy this real fast. So the other one is Apex. These guys are doing an 80% off deal right now. It's a crazy deal. So you guys can actually get like a 50K plan here for like $33 right now. And I'll drop the link here in the chat. It's not in the description. So I'll drop the link here in the chat. And y'all can use that to take advantage of that. Actually, let me I'm gonna throw a little that on there. So y'all can use that in order to take 80% off of an evaluation over at Apex. So that is also another option if you guys are looking to earn funding in the futures market. Yeah, you guys can check them out as well. They're incredibly on sale right now. So you have to think that if you can get access to $50,000 for 33 bucks, it's kind of the deal of a lifetime. So if you are looking to earn funding, it's a lot easier to do it with somebody else's money and actually make money in the markets using somebody else's equity and capital. Um, so so yeah, guys, check them out. Use the links in the description or the link in the chat. Um, and let's jump back in and see when we are continuing to make new lows. This is why I actually cut that one because I could tell it was a false break, and I could tell it was a false break because uh, basically I was measuring the volume here. So I saw essentially these much higher volume candles happen, and then these ones here were like significantly lower. So like what that really kind of was saying to me is like, okay, these people that bottle this up, um, a lot of them sold along the way up, and like who's remaining is still what's selling. So that's why this bulls bears thing matters, because you can really see the price action in what's going on. So it can help you sort of predict a drop before you end up with a drop. So like to give an example of that, you see we had this move here where the green candles were outclassed with the buys, right? And then we had this sort of almost doji at the top here, but you can see it was like mostly sells, or it was like half and half. And then right in here we got this big sell-off in here, but the price hadn't completely dropped yet. And so had you gotten in like right here, you could still get out right here and still get a pretty healthy profit. So that's why this chart indicator here is really useful, this volume indicator. Coming down, making new lows, dropping down to 39.78. Wowzers. Excuse me. Chopping out down here at the bottom along the high 70s. Four and a half, 4.9 to 5.0 to 4.7 to 4.8. So TTM is not really a useful tool when it becomes super choppy. If we take a look at the 3-minute chart, you can see a little bit of pull up here from 20 to 20, so that's not really a thing, to 19 to 19 to 19 to 19. So it's also flat on the TTM on the 3-minute side. One thing to note though is you can see that the upper band of the VWAP is going up while the lower band is going down. This is creating further and further divergence. The more these diverge, the more or less like you're gonna see more downward move as you see these two continue to point in these directions. This is kind of something I've just noticed over the recent weeks that I've been using this. So here's a different example. You can see where the upper band went up here, but the lower band almost stayed the same. So you can see that they're diverging, but they're diverging a little bit differently in terms of the actual movement of it. Now, I don't know if this is the way that people traditionally use this or not, and I don't really care. What I do, like, I've always had a tendency my entire life to find patterns in things. Everything from like Rubik's Cubes to just video games to just anything that uses patterns or people or words, like the way people speak. I just have this capability of identifying patterns most of my life, and so when I start to notice patterns, I tend to trust it because it seems to be right most of the time. So right now, just take a look. I mean, this is still dropping, and I think that we may still have some room to drop. We're below the 200 moving average by a lot. Our low of the last 10 days is down at 38.14. We've got some support zones here along like 38.25 area. Just going to do some analysis just to kind of help determine where this could go. This one's actually already marked. Let's extend to the left. Yeah, there we go. So these ones had actually already been marked just on our newer thing, which actually is kind of comforting just to know that it sort of like gives us that validity that we had already marked it, and where we marked seemed to be pretty accurate. You can see that as well right there. Okay. All right. So taking a look at the tech analysis, our next like area is right down at like 65, 39, 65. And we've been continuing to drop pretty heavily down towards that point. You can actually see on the 30-minute chart that we're also getting some pretty red drops here. May actually try and take a short right here. And I'm looking for a move down to 75. Which I don't think is particularly out of the question. We're in a 76.25. I think 75 seems kind of reasonable and kind of to be expected. Switching over to a 5-minute chart. See what we got going on there. 25 to 27 to 28. I think in order for us to really kind of begin to turn around, probably going to need a yellow switch on the 5-minute chart. Also, I think 39.75, like I said, seems possible. Just gonna check with y'all, see how y'all doing. Yeah, we good. Really challenging trade day for me so far. It's always harder when you get back a lot of the profits from the week. Just trying to see 39.75. I'm actually surprised it's holding up as well as it is for the length of time that it is. We just got a new low on this candle here, which was 39.75.75. Mm. So we did get that short down to 75 there. Still have a long way to go to turn anything around, but it's okay. It's definitely a weird day in terms of like software um, and just the overall free fall of the market. So yeah, guys, I think I'm kind of done for the day. I don't really see that the market's doing much. I think that our our big move is going to be in the afternoon after the Fed chairs speak. And I think that will actually be after a lot of sell off on the day. So I think that a lot of the market makers and things like that are going to be accumulating along this bottom area. And then when the Fed speech happens, we may see a big skyrocket up. So that's happening today at 5 p.m. Eastern, so 2 Pacific. So the futures market will be closed at that point. And then it'll open at 3, so it'll open an hour later for tomorrow's session. So when that happens, we may see a lot of volatility in that afternoon. So having said all that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down here. I'm gonna post my results on our Discord community, which if you guys are not a member of our Discord community, you're definitely going to want to join. It is free to join at this particular point in time. And we have an awesome community right now that's talking about everything from their why of trading and their strategies, as well as entrepreneurship, philosophy, a bunch of different topics, a wide variety of topics that help us grow as people. And that's really what this whole optimistic futures community is about, is that we grow as people, not just as traders. So um I haven't said all that, guys. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, all 257 subscribers. Thank you for the last like 10 subscribers that have showed up this week alone. I'm really grateful to have you guys here. We would like to see more of you in our Discord community, but we'll get there. So thank you, everybody, and much love and appreciation. We'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 market time. Make sure you guys watch those charts today at like 3 p.m. Pacific. So, or 6 p.m. Eastern. So, all right, guys, much love and appreciation and peace. Stay optimistic, yo.